A Cincinnati rabbi and his Xavier University Catholic colleagues are in Poland right now. They're trying to send a piece of the Queen City to Warsaw.
It's a very personal trip that tugs at the heartstrings because of its historic journey from tragedy to triumph. 9 News reporter Tom McKee has the story of bridge building and reconciliation. Tom?
Well, Clyde, in 2005, Rabbi A.B. Ingber, James Buchanan, and Bill Madges helped tell the world of how Catholics and Jews lived together in Poland long before the Holocaust. The basis was the childhood friendship of a man who became Pope and his Jewish cohort. Now it could be the first traveling exhibit included in a new museum of Polish history. And for Rabbi Ingber, there's a backstory with very, very personal ties. Rabbi A.B. Ingber vividly recalls stories of Polish history as related by his father.
In Szczebrzeszyn, my father spoke of an Italian Renaissance architect who came into that community and in 1600 built a magnificent synagogue with walls that were 9 feet thick. Honestly, I didn't believe him.
Years later, he found out that father does know best.
When I traveled to that town, I was in that synagogue. The walls were so thick that the Nazis were able to firebomb it, but could not destroy that synagogue. He was right. The history was a glorious history, fraught with anti-Semitism, but it was a glorious history.
It was that sense of history which helped prompt creation of the exhibit, a blessing to one another, Pope John Paul II and the Jewish people. The story was one of 2 young boys.
One named Karol Wojtyła, who became Pope John Paul II, and the other named Jerzy Kluger, a childhood schoolmate who was Jewish and remained his longest lifelong Jewish friend.
Rabbi Ingber, Bill Madges, and James Buchanan traveled to the Vatican for a personal audience with the Holy Father to get his blessing for the exhibit.
We want to tell the story of the relationship between Catholics and Jews in Poland during the formative years of John Paul II and Jerzy Kluger, and to speak in a way that could both educate, commemorate, celebrate the work of John Paul II, and also to inspire young people and others to a life of bridge building and engagement.
For A.B. Ingber, the director of Interfaith Community Engagement at Xavier, the project stirred numerous emotions.
Exactly 70 years ago, in the middle of the Holocaust and World War II, every single one of my grandparents was being slaughtered. They were Polish Jews, birthed in Poland, a long, long lineage and history of life in Poland. And they were slaughtered by the Nazis and their collaborators.
His mother and father barely escaped extinction by hiding from the Nazis. She was the only survivor of her family. He and his 2 sisters survived. They met by chance at a refugee camp. Now, Rabbi Ingber's journey in life has come full circle.
We travel in just one lifetime, from the destruction of the Holocaust, the anti-Semitism in Poland, to the hopefulness in America, to education, upbringing, and a celebration of life that my parents gave to me. To come back to that land, a land made holy by Jews and Catholics who lived together for 1,000 years, and to bring a little gift from Cincinnati, Ohio.
Now, the Blessing exhibit has been seen in 15 cities, museums, and universities, and viewed by more than 750,000 people. Indications are it will be the first traveling exhibit to be included in that Polish History Museum when it opens in 2014, Clyde.
That's a great thing. The rabbi is just bursting with personal stories from this experience.
So eloquent.
Yes, he is.